Several people have tweeted me the same thing Judy did earlier this week. At DaveRamsey.com is the Twitter account, by the way, or at Dave Ramsey, rather. Can you discuss the 529 expansion to cover K through 12 tuition? Now, your 529 savings plan is an after-tax dollar. You already paid taxes on it, like a Roth is, that goes into an account, and it grows tax-free for college until the new tax law kicks in. And the new tax law now says it grows tax-free for college or K through 12, which is pretty neat. If you wanted to pull it out to pay for private school, in other words, you can. So the school choice advocates are going bananas and saying this is a big victory and so forth. But basically, that's what it comes down to, is that. And the other thing it's going to allow you to do is roll an ESA to a 529, and I guess vice versa. I'm not sure. But you can roll your ESA into a 529 should you want to. There's really no advantage to that. Here's the thing on the K through 12. It's a nice thing, okay? It's a nice feature, and the tax-free growth is in there. Let's say you put in $10,000 and it grows 20%. That's $2,000. No taxes on the $2,000 growth. Taxes on the $2,000 growth in a 25% tax bracket is $500. Okay? So if you're saving for kindergarten through 6th grade, the amount that's in your account that is growth is very small. And the amount of tax savings is very small. So the mathematical facts are, maybe for senior high school, maybe high school, private high school, it might actually work out to bother and do this with a 529. But, if you got a 5-year-old and you're going to throw money in a 529 to send them to private school next year, it does absolutely no good. Because only the growth is growing tax-free. Only the growth is tax-free. You didn't save any money by putting money in there. It's only the growth. And the growth only matters over a long period of time. So when you're saving for a brand new baby for college, you got 18 years of growth that's tax-free. Now we're talking about some money. You might have $90,000, $100,000 worth of growth, and so you might save $30,000 on taxes using a 529. And so we do recommend the right kinds of 529s and or ESAs or those kinds of things. Educational savings account works the same way. But if you're saving it for 3 years, it's not going to be enough growth to have enough tax savings to it doesn't matter much. So it's like a lot of stuff out of Washington. It's more about the chest beating than it is the mathematical facts that change your life. It doesn't change your life. There's going to be some instances where somebody, starts when a child is born and they just load 529s up to the gills, and then they pay for private school and college tuition out of 529s, and they're actually going to save a little tax money. But the number of people that don't save for college, period, is so high that if we deflect what should have been college savings to pay for K through 12, this was a dumb plan. Your first goal needs to make sure your college is funded before you start worrying about private school. Paying for that tax-free for two reasons. One is mathematically it doesn't matter, and where you went to your K through 12, as long as it was safe and you didn't get shot in the process, right? That kind of stuff. And where you went to school, there's almost no data that shows that you're successful because you went to a private, K through 6th. Versus a public K through 6th, a good public K through 6th, something that's safe and the teachers don't mail it in and that kind of stuff. Sometimes you got trashy school system. I get that. But anyway, so just be careful and you don't let this tax law redirect your brain, because it's not going to save you much tax money to run your K through 12 through your 529. And if it causes you to use that money for that and then they don't have money for college, you screwed up. So your 529 for college is first for two reasons. Hope that makes sense to you. So It's a good question, though. I'm glad it came up. And the big thing that happened here, the reason I say it's just chest beating is it's all of this school choice argument, the political argument on that. And, you should be able to do with your money what you want to do with it. I completely agree with all of that. But mathematically, does this change directions for you? It doesn't move the needle, regardless of your politics. It's really not going to change 99% of the people that go to private schools' life. The number of dollars actually saved here is very minimal. Versus saving 18 years for college, you might really save 30 or 40 grand in taxes by using a 529. You're not going to save that much on K through 12. Number one, you're not going to pay as much probably. And number two, you got to fund college first. So you got to have a lot of money to start funding both of these. And I honestly would keep a separate 529 if you're going to do K through 12. Keep it separate from your 529 for college. Don't mix them. And that way you don't accidentally spend your college money so your kid can go to the high school with their little friends, which is how people make decisions on this stupid stuff too often. All our friends go there. Yeah, and all of a sudden you're broke. So you just really have to think. You have to think.